Outside ABB's headquarters here in Zurich, Switzerland. Behind me, there is a wealth of expertise when it comes to robotics and automation. And today, we're going to see that in action as we unveil the next generation of state-of-the-art collaborative robots. So let's head inside and get the show started. Everyone, a very warm welcome to ABB's headquarters, where we are very excited to reveal to you the next generation of collaborative robots. Now today I'll be joined by President of ABB's Robotics and Discrete Automation business, Sami Attia, as well as the Global Product Lead for Collaborative Robots, Andy Zhang. And together they'll be unveiling and introducing us to these guys. Oh, you'll see them later. Currently, they're behind these boxes, but they are the newest members of ABB's Cobot family. A little bit later, we'll be catching up with more experts from the ABB team to find out everything you need to know about the future of automation. And that's not all. We want to hear from you too. During the show, we'll be putting your questions to our Cobot experts. So if you have a question, then don't hesitate to get in touch at any time. All you have to do is type your question into the question box, which is on the left-hand panel of your screen. Alternatively, if you're watching via one of ABB's social channels, then simply use the hashtag AskABB. That's a hashtag AskABB. However you get in touch, we can't wait to hear from you. So let's kick things off. And to set the scene, let me hand over now to Sami Attia.
I'm excited to welcome everyone, and I want to thank you for joining us here today in Zurich. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the decade where robotics and automation will change the way we work. I'd like you to imagine a vision of the future, a world where people work side by side with advanced robots, collaborating together on complex tasks, improving the nature of work and helping to advance society. There is no need for protective barriers or fences. The robots are part of your team and working alongside you, sharing work. And these robots can be taught new jobs easily without expertise in no time at all. The reality is today. It is happening around the globe. The pace of change is accelerating. At ABB Robotics, we are not just witnessing this transformation, we are leading it from the front. Thanks to 50 years of experience in robotics and automation and a dedicated, wonderful team of experts who push the boundaries of technology every single day. From the world's first microprocessor-controlled robot in 1974 to the first fully, truly collaborative robot, Yumi, in 2015. Our goal has always been to open up automation to all businesses and customers. In doing that, we are helping shape how robotics can improve work, processes, and productivity. Today is a big moment in our journey. For me personally, it is one of the most exciting times at ABB. Today, we will unveil the next generation of cobots, going beyond what we have done before and expanding our customers' potential. Harnessing the power of robotics, we are living through an era of historic transformation, influenced, of course, by global events. The way we work has changed more in the past year than in the previous 30 years. Much of this change has been accelerated by the global pandemic, but it was already happening. companies around the world are telling us that they are facing 4 mega trends. Consumers are demanding more personalization. An aging workforce is leading to labor shortage, digitalization and uncertainty. And we all agree that after the pandemic, the last 2, digitalization and uncertainty, are accelerating. To meet these challenges, 84% of businesses told us in the recent global survey we undertook that they are likely to introduce or increase robotics and automation in the next decade. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the decade where automation and AI will change the way we work. This is the decade when we fully harness the power of robotics to unlock growth in new sectors of the economy. This is the decade when we make work more rewarding, safer, healthier, and more productive for people. But even though many businesses know that they can benefit from the change, they are still not sure how. This is why now is the time to introduce our next generation of collaborative robots. We now have the most diverse portfolio of cobots in the world. They are faster, more powerful, and easier to work with. Safe, user-friendly, and simple to operate. Connected to you and supported by our experts. And they will dramatically expand the possibilities of automation, unlocking its potential for other sectors. More productive, more flexible, and more efficient than ever. Tailored solution that can power so many new sectors like retail, logistics, food and beverage, and healthcare, far beyond the traditional manufacturing lines. They are ideal for smaller businesses who have not had the opportunity to automate before. Our customers already tell us that within a month of starting, their teams are Cobot literate. Within a year, they are experts. And as we make them even easier to adopt, our robots and services allow even more first-time users to benefit and realize their goals for tomorrow. When I imagine the future, I see cobots embedded in the workplace in the same way as PCs on your desk or the smartphone in your hand. For many businesses, this new cobot generation will be the first step in that exciting journey. I'm delighted you are here to join us as we unveil them for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sami. Now, the power of collaborative robotics is how it can help a diverse range of businesses to automate and enhance their productivity. So let's see now how ABB cobots are already helping customers around the world.
From all of our instances of installing UMIs or cobots, all the feedback we've been given is that they've been very successful and accepted in their work environments. Because they're approachable and they're easy to interact with, the workers just kind of adopt them. And just like any other industrial robot, you gain throughput and productivity, you gain accuracy and quality, and along with the labor savings and the cost reductions of just having a high quality performing tool. These are very, very safe robots. You're able to work with them, interact with them, human to robot, without some of the extra safety guarding. So there's an added level of capability that these bring to your environment.
I think people are excited to work with collaborative robots. They see this as a new interesting technology. Because cobots are easier to work with than traditional robots, they also see this as a chance for them to learn about new ways of working and therefore increase their potential in getting a new job later or working in a new role with the same company. We have integrated several ABB robots over the last couple of years. ABB has always helped us to deliver projects on time.
We are continuously looking for new alternatives to automate, both with cobots and collaborative solutions. And already this year we have a few different ideas of where to automate. And we can see that we have a positive effect both for our employees and for the company as a whole. Without going into any details, I can say that we had a really short return on investment on this solution.
UMI is part of the family. The employees embrace what it gives them because it's helped their process immensely. We've gone from a manufacturing line to an assembly line with the aid of UMI.
The first training course was the UMI programming, which was everything generally just about the UMI robot. And then a few months later, I went on the advanced programming level 1 to learn more. It's performed better than we thought. It now does what the guys used to do in a week, it now does in a day.
Just like any other robot application, you're using it for its repeatability and its accuracy. And looking at their product, they had an assembly step where you had to assemble the pop socket onto the card. And that is a very precise thing, but it's tedious, it's monotonous to be done by a human. So we fixtured this and did it in a way with the robot that it was very repeatable. The robot is very good at doing this, but also the presentation of the product. A lot of times they want the logo in a certain orientation on the card, and the robot is very good at doing the same thing over and over again without having to be checked.
The Cobot has allowed the company to be more progressive with production dictating to sales. We now see sales having the opportunities to go and attack more so than defend. Our yields have increased significantly. Our return on investment was easily achieved within 12 months. We are a progressive company that has the world at our feet thanks to technology and the Cobot.
So to introduce you to the next generation of cobots, please also welcome ABB's Global Product Lead for Collaborative Robots, Andy Zhang. Andy, so amazing to see these robots and their impact they have on our customers around the world.
Yes, I love traveling to customers. I've been to customer sites from Japan to Italy to Germany to US, and it's fascinating to see customers of all industries who have used UMI in their production and benefited from them. And I especially love talking to the operators and the people working in those facilities to hear from their own words how our cobots have helped improve their work.
Thank you, Andy. Well, the time has finally come. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we are all here today, please welcome the future of collaborative robots.
We are delighted to introduce the next generation of collaborative robots. Andy, will you do the honors?
I sure can. Thank you, Sammy. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for, with a little help from UMI. Here you go. I give you Gofa and SWIFTI.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Welcome to Gofa and SWIFTI, and very cool indeed to have them unveiled by UMI. Would you like to do the honors, Andy? Can you introduce our two new Cobot members?
Yes, of course. So this is Gofa, and Gofa, the name stands for go far, go faster, go further with your automation. And here we have SWIFTI, and SWIFTI, as the name sounds, means super fast. In fact, it is 5 times faster than typical cobots on the market.
All right, so it's a very exciting moment, obviously, for all of you. Sammy, if I can start with you, how do you feel today to finally reveal Gofa and SWIFTI to the world?
Well, Hannah, this is a great moment for ABB. It's a great moment for our customers, but also for me personally, because I know how many brilliant ABB people worked across the globe to making this reality today. So very exciting for us.
And I assume, Andy, it's quite a journey as well to get here from the very first drawings on paper to actually seeing them in real life. How did we get here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really been a multi-year journey and a collaborative effort from our R&D teams from China, from Germany, from Sweden. We have also involved our customers in the iterations, really testing our prototypes, getting their feedback to really make sure that we deliver a product that fulfills our customers' needs. So today, I'm really happy to be here to see them launched.
Thank you very much indeed, both of you. And Sammy and Andy will be back answering your questions very shortly, so do keep them coming in. You can do so via the question box or the hashtag if you're watching on social channels. That's hashtag AskABB. But first, Andy's going to tell us a little bit more now about the latest members of the Cobot family.
Good morning. More than 5 years ago, we introduced a revolutionary collaborative robot to the world, our YuMi Cobot, which is designed based on inherently safe principles. Since then, we have seen how our cobots have revolutionized the workplace for many people around the world. They have made work better, enhancing health and safety and job satisfaction by removing repetitive tasks and elevating operators' jobs. They have enabled businesses to embrace automation far beyond traditional manufacturing, inspiring creative uses for cobots. And that growth is set to continue with faster, easier, and more powerful and more advanced cobots, our new Gofa and SWIFTI. With YuMi, Gofa, and SWIFTI, we now have 3 families of collaborative robots to support a wide range of applications and tasks. But what they have in common is usability, safety, and productivity. That is something that we really worked hard on by talking to our customers. You can get started using our new cobots straight out of the box, even if you have never used robots before. Teaching our cobots a task is intuitive. If you can use an iPad, you can work with our new cobots, thanks to our best-in-class software tools. And they're designed to be approachable, with small footprint, very slim design, and enhanced safety. Let's take a closer look. Gofa offers class-leading speed for payloads up to 5 kilo. 5 kilo is the most common payload for cobots today. They can handle most tasks, especially material handling, machine tending. We also have a class-leading reach of 950 millimeters, plus the Cobot has IP54 protection level all over the robot. This facilitates more applications. Gofa enables close human collaboration with intelligent sensors inside each of its 6 joints, meaning it will come to a complete stop in milliseconds if it comes into contact with someone. We also paid special attention to Gofa's design, since it is meant to work closely with people. It features a sleek and modern design, combining the functionality of an industrial robot with the look and feel and familiarity of a commercial product. We want people to feel comfortable working next to Gofa. We designed Gofa with non-experts in mind, enabling more people, including first-time users, to be able to work with it. Let me demonstrate. All right, so we have designed Gofa with what we call an arm-side interface. It consists of a light ring and 2 programmable buttons. For example, I can press one of the buttons to turn on lead through. So now you notice the light ring is in yellow. That signals the robot is in programming mode and lead through mode. And you can see the 2 buttons here. One is up, one is down. So you know which one you're pressing without looking at it. And you can see our lead-through feature on all the axes is very smooth. And we can program the buttons to, for example, add a position in our program or to open and close a gripper. So really enhancing the programming. We also have Wizard Easy Programming on our Flex Pennant, which enables you to create programs without knowing any code. In addition, we have a Visual Safety Configurator app on the Flex Pennant that help you set up the safety easily. Now let's take a look at SWIFTI. SWIFTI is a collaborative version of our IRB 1100 industrial robot. For those customers who are used to the performance of industrial robots, but also want to benefit from the flexibility of collaborative robots. It is designed for intermittent collaborative tasks, meaning tasks that the Cobot carries out mostly on its own, but occasionally need a human operator to support it with, for example, changing a tray. The benefit of SWIFTI is that when a person is not nearby, it can work at industrial speeds of more than 5 meters per second. That is remarkable, 5 times faster than other cobots in its class. What ensures its safety is the external safety sensor that it comes with, which detects any people that enters the safety zones, signaling the cobot to slow down and stop safely before the person can touch it. Let me demonstrate. Let's run a program. Now you see SWIFTI is moving quite fast, not at max speed, but still quite productively. Let me take a step closer. Now I'm in the slow zone. You can see the light on SWIFTI change to yellow, and it is moving slower, allowing me to approach safely. And now I am in the red zone. That is a stop zone for SWIFTI. So now I can exchange trays or do whatever I need to do with SWIFTI. And when I back out into the yellow zone, SWIFTI resumes its work seamlessly. And now I'm in the green zone, so SWIFTI is back to productive working. Let's take a pause. Thank you. To make SWIFTI easier to use, we have also equipped it with a detachable lead-through device, which is easily detached when you're done programming. But when you are programming, you can move the robot using this. It's essentially a 3D mouse that allows you to jog the robot right on the flange. And you can see also that it's possible to mount SWIFTI, but also Gofa with third-party commercial grippers or your own tooling, because they both feature standard ISO flanges. Now, you can also use Wizard Easy Programming to program SWIFTI using drag and drop, no code, which essentially enables anyone to create a program for SWIFTI without prior training. Combining high productivity with collaboration, SWIFTI really bridges the gap between collaborative and industrial robots. Our concept was to make our Cobot families empowering, not intimidating, to enable more people and companies to benefit from collaborative robotics. Our 3 families of cobots target different user scenarios and provide the most suitable cobot for your specific needs. What they have in common is compact footprint, ease of use, and comprehensive safety features to enable new users to use the cobots. We are currently living through one of the greatest shifts in automation in a generation. We already see cobots shaping the future of work. There really couldn't be a better time to introduce these new cobot families. Whether you are a large manufacturer or a small and medium-sized company, our cobot families will enable you to harness the power of robotic automation. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. We now have a much better understanding of Gofa and SWIFTI and how they can streamline productivity. But I know there are still questions out there. That's because we've been asking our viewers to submit their questions throughout the show. So let's get some of them answered. I hope Sami and Andy, you are both ready for our audience questions. I'm going to start with one from Mehmet Hardal in Istanbul in Turkey, because the cobot market really seems to have taken off in the last 5 or 6 years. And there are many companies out there with very different cobots on offer. What separates your products from others?
Well, thank you, Mehmet, for the question. We added to our famous Yumi family Gofa, and SWIFTI. They are two new families that lead either in the category of speed or accuracy or even reach. For example, if you take Gofa, it has the longest reach in that category while having the highest speed of almost 2.2 meters per second. And if you take SWIFTI, it is 5 times faster in the same category of other similar robots. So we are quite excited about this new family that will help our customers.
With very high specifications, I can tell. I've got a great practical question coming up for you, Andy. This is from Mitchell Middleton in the United States. To power the cobots, how do you do this? Is it a standard for 80 volts or 110, 120 volts?
Yes, that's a great question, very practical. So our cobots are powered by our OmniCore controller, which supports a wide range of voltages, from 100 to 230 actually. So we also provide an electrical plug that with a robot that you can just plug them in the wall. So super easy, whether you're in Japan or UK or Europe. And in addition, you can see that they have standard 2 flanges, so you're able to mount third-party commercial tooling or your own tooling on them very easily.
Another question from the United States. Which industries and businesses do you think will best benefit from this new family of cobots?
Well, it's actually across many, many industries. So if you're manufacturing a smartphone or moving blood samples in labs or final trim and assembly in automotive, in all these categories, these robots will help you. If you need flexibility and you need a robot that helps you with repetitive tasks, high precision, high payload, these are the right products to help you in your markets. So from food and beverage, logistics, retail, and many, many other industries.
Okay, a global solution then for lots of different industries with a plug to suit everybody as well, Andy.
Absolutely.
How much do these new cobots weigh? Could I lift one up? I'm not going to, but could I, Andy?
Yes, actually you can. So SWIFTI weighs only 21 kilos, so one person can easily pick it up. Gofa weighs 27 kilos, so we recommend for 2 people to lift it in a safe way. In addition, you will notice that both of them have very small footprint, and they also support flexible mounting. So whether it's tabletop, wall, ceiling, and in any way you want.
Let's talk about the future then of cobots. I know that these are our new arrivals, but will AI ever play a role in cobots, Sami?
AI plays a crucial role in robotics. AI enables the robot to do things that we're not able to do before, for example, in unseen environments, but also the ability to learn. For example, we work with the Shanghai municipality on trash sorting using AI and robots. Our Yumi Flex Picker actually look at trash and sort it without having seen it before and learn as we go. And this is just one example of how AI will make the future of robotics even better.
All right, let's wrap up. A final question from Giovanni Ragusa in Italy. This is a good one. Do I really need any code to program your cobots?
No, you really do not need to know any code. So we have developed this fantastic, easy programming. It's no code, it's purely graphical, it's drag and drop. It's called Wizard Easy Programming. So the program consists of colorful blocks. For example, you can create a move block to move the robot. We have logical blocks like if, when. We have support loops and even pick and place, etc. So you can just drag and drop your blocks on the screen and your program is there. No code needed.
Okay, I'm really happy to hear that because I'm actually going to be giving this a go myself a little bit later. But for now, Sami and Andy, thank you both very much indeed. And thank you to you as well for sending in all your questions. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to get to all of them, but don't worry, our dedicated team will follow up post-event. Still to come, we'll be joined by some more of the ABB team, the global head of marketing and sales for ABB's robotics discrete automation business, Marina Bill, and managing director, business line general industry, robotics and discrete automation, Andrea Cassoni. Plus, I'll be getting a hands-on demo with Gofa. We'll see presentations of the new Cobot's advanced capabilities, and Andy and the team will be telling you about how these cobots can revolutionize your business. But before all of that, let's take a look back now at the incredible history of robotics. Well, here to tell us a little bit more about the history of cobots, please welcome back Andy Zhang, Global Product Manager for Collaborative Robots. And a warm welcome to our studio to Marina Bill, Global Head of Marketing and Sales for ABB's Discrete Automation Business, and Andrea Cassoni, Managing Director, Business Line General Industry, Robotics and Discrete Automation. Thank you all for joining us today. Andrea, I'm going to start with you. What was the vision behind the very first cobot?
Well, the idea was to have a world without fences. This was the vision when we introduced the first totally collaborative robot, inherently safe, and that was Yumi. So we imagined a new family of robots that could work alongside humans safely.
And I like this idea that, you know, robots are kind of out of their cages and in amongst us now. What has happened since then, Marina?
Well, actually, Yumi was developed for small part assembly, but since that, it's been really a dramatic adaptation of how cobots are being used in different applications and different industries. So you would see them now in production units all around the world, but you will also see them outside the factories, in ice cream bars, in medical labs, in shops and hotels.
I can hardly imagine any industry that cannot benefit from a collaborative solution. And if we look at where Yumi is operating already today, it covers a wide range of industries and products, from automotive components to cosmetics to lab automation, packaging food, glasses, you name it. We, ourselves, we use collaborative solutions in our factories to produce our own robots. So with different needs may come different level of collaborations and different collaborative solutions. Gofa and SWIFTI deliver exactly this flexibility and the possibility to choose.
Well, let's drill down on this idea of collaboration a little bit more. What do we mean when we say collaboration, Andy?
Yes, actually, most people think collaboration between human and robot is human and robot working hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder all the time. But in reality, there are different types of collaborative working. So we have type 1, which is close cooperation. That's really sharing workspace all the time, working hand in hand. But we also have type 2, which is what we call intermittent collaboration. That means most of the time, the cobot is working on its own, and once in a while, a human enters his workspace and collaborates. And we also have the third type, which is a coexistence. That means the cobot performs this task on its own, but we prefer to install it without fences so that humans can easily go in and check on what it's doing.
So you have a solution then for all different business needs. Marina, perhaps you can explain that a bit more.
Well, it really gives our customers the freedom of choice. You can get the exact solution what you need for. So whether you want close collaboration or intermittent collaboration, you pick your solution and you get it directly from the shelf. So you go for Gofa if you really want the close collaboration, a higher payload. You go for SWIFTI when you have the intermittent collaboration. And this gives you a very good balance of high speed and also the close cooperation between human and robots. And then, of course, we can complement it with our Yumi, which is really inherent safety design.
Well, you talk about all the different positive aspects to the new family of cobots, but Andrea, what excites you most about the new additions?
There's so many things, Anna, but if I have to pick one, then I would go for the ease of use. Because one thing is clear, everybody wants a reliable, precise, safe, but also easy to use solution. And that's valid no matter if you're an expert of automation, manufacturing large quantities of the same item at high speed, or if you're thinking of introducing for the first time a robot in your production as an helping hand. Gofa and SWIFTI are made to be simple. They are easy to program, easy to operate, to install, to service. Really, anybody can use them. Now, if you couple this ease of use with the most diverse collaborative portfolio in the market, 3 families to choose from depending on your needs, and the expertise and global reach of ABB and the ABB system integrator, a broad network of more than 1,000 companies, competent, innovative, which are part of the enlarged family of ABB Robotics, we can actually help customers tackle almost any collaborative task.
Yeah, we really have a big, extensive network of system integrators, and they are really experienced in both developing and implementing different solutions, depending on the needs of the customer, big problems, small problems, but also for a variety of types. If it's automotive, if it's entertainment, if it is food and beverage, if it is welding, they can really do it all. So when you buy a robot, you also get all this access to this really expert network. But then on top of this, we also have our really powerful partner ecosystem.
And how did the partners kind of work with the system integrators then?
Well, we have partners all around the globe, and there is a lot of equipment that makes the cobots even more productive. So let me give you a few examples. When we come to servo and vacuum gripping, like with onshore and on robot and PIAP and Shunk, or the safety sensors like SICK, these are technologies that are really plug and play and really makes it also very easy to use.
Okay, give me an example then, Andrea. I'm going to come back to you, put you on the spot. Can you give me an example of a business that's really managed to transform itself thanks to cobots?
We have many. We have many of those examples. Many cases in which our cobot helped companies transform and develop their production. I remember that one company in 2015, we just launched Yumi, a small family-owned business making valves. And they were looking for a solution for an aging operator in a cell that could not assemble valves as she used to. So they introduced Yumi. They reviewed the workload of the task between the robot and the operator, giving to Yumi the more repetitive and tiring tasks, and to the operator, the one related to quality and quality assurance. And the productivity of the cell went up, production increased with everyone's satisfaction. By the way, the same company keep expanding. Since then, they bought more robots, they hired more people. That's a very typical example of the positive effect of introduction of automation and cobots in this case. Literally, we have thousands of these examples.
All right, well, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much indeed. I'm actually really looking forward to trying my hand at programming a Gofa, and that's still to come. But first, I'm also pretty curious now about how these cobots are produced. A lot of research and development has gone into creating these next generation cobots. So here's an exclusive look behind the scenes from the ABB production factory to show exactly how these amazing machines are built.
Building on the success of Yumi, the current ABB collaborative robot portfolio has now expanded with the addition of two new families, Gofa and SWIFTI. Engineered and manufactured at ABB's state-of-the-art production facilities, Gofa and SWIFTI are produced to the highest standards. The dedicated Cobot production team employs precision and skill in the manufacture of these game-changing products. For ease of use, Gofa and SWIFTI can be operational within minutes, straight out of the box, helping businesses automate tasks including material handling, machine tending and packaging. Exhaustive calibration and controller testing during the manufacturing process is the key to this simplicity. Every component is tested to perfection over many hours to ensure that, for the customer, getting started is child's play. Half a century of experience in the production of robots and the latest advances in software, such as Robot Studio, combine to guarantee the experience of ABB's customers is always first class.
Now we'll be catching up with Marina and Andrea shortly to discover more about the new family of cobots and their benefits to you and your business. But first, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Andy has assured me that these new cobots are very easy to use, so I'm going to give it a try. Now, Andy, you've got the Flex pendant there, which records all the movements that I'm going to put into the robot. First of all, what are we trying to achieve here?
So I'm going to show you how to quickly teach the robot to do a pick and place movement.
So we're going to move this Lego block into the box.
Yes.
So how do I start?
So basically, you're going to use what we call the lead-through teaching function. That means you can move the robot with your hands, and also the arm side interface. That is this light ring with two buttons on top. So one of the buttons, the up button, will control the gripper, and the down button will add a program position to our program here, which is Wizard Easy Programming.
So basically, every time I move the robot, every time I stop, I press the down button to save the movement.
Exactly.
Okay, so we'll give it a go. So what do I do first?
Press the up button first. Let's open the gripper, and now you can see the light ring is yellow. That means you're in programming mode. So now you can move the robot. Try to move it.
So I'm going to move it over towards the Lego blocks. Maybe this is a good starting position?
Yes,
and
excellent.
So I press down.
Press down to add a position to the Wizard Easy Programming.
All right, so you've got that. So now I'm going to go over to pick up the Lego block. So there's another position.
All right,
there we go.
That's it. Pick it a little lower.
A little lower.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Great. Store this position.
Position stored, and now I want to close the gripper.
Exactly. Great.
Gripper closed. And now I'm going to lift the block up.
Yes, and save this position.
All right.
Great. Now move it to the box. Over the box, a little higher. Yes, great.
Press.
Store the position, yes, and now you can open the gripper. Yes, fantastic.
And we're done.
Yes,
simple.
Exactly.
Okay, so that was very easy. Now all the information from the cobots now in the flex pendant.
Yes, take a look. Here is a program you just created. So you can see move blocks, which consists of the robot movement, open close gripper, and a loop.
You've got all the building blocks there, and we're going to press play now. Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to press play.
Press it.
Look at that, your first robot program.
And off it goes. That's wonderful.
Did it feel easy?
So easy. Thank you so much, Andy. That was really very, very easy. And of course, that's why ABB cobots have been streamlining production in the workforce across the globe as more and more companies look to the future and embrace automation like this. Next up, we're going to head over to Sweden, where ABB team members Stefan Drakenshow, Global Marketing Sales Manager, General Industry, and Jesper Lundstedt, Manager of the Robotics Experience Center in Västerås in Sweden, will demonstrate some more features of the Gofa.
Hello, and welcome to ABB Robotics Experience Center in Västerås, Sweden. The city, with the earlier mentioned first commercial microprocessor-controlled electromechanical robot, was launched back in 1974. As you all know, a lot has happened since then, and today we're thoroughly happy to demonstrate an excellent example of how our new Gofa Cobot couples close human and robot collaboration, flexible workplace and flexible production, as well as precise screwdriving assembly. I'm here with Jesper, who will tell us a little bit more.
Now we're standing in front of Gofa. And in this demonstration, we will show a close cooperation between a human and a cobot. I will connect the cables, and Gofa will do the screwdriving in this demonstration. Stefan, can you please start the cobot?
Of course. Jesper, we're demonstrating the ready application. How do you see that such an application is programmed and set up?
It's very easy with our new Easy Wizard programming, and also with the built-in lead-through technology in the Cobot. And it's also very easy to set up the safety with our safety configuration app.
Good. Another question, Jesper. So what key takeaways would you like to give those who see similar needs when it comes to assembly?
The Gofa's precision and speed allows for a very effective, consistent and reliable process of reparability assembly. Easy to incorporate in both new and existing manufacturing processes to enhance productivity wherever and whenever needed.
Thanks, Jesper. There you have it. Not only do these next-gen cobots undertake precise repetitive tasks, but they'll also be able to boost productivity as well. Thank you.
So we'll be seeing another demonstration with Gofa shortly, but in the meantime, how can people get started? If I'm a first-time user, and I'm going to put this question to all of our panelists, what kind of help can you give me? Marina, I'll start with you.
Well, we're really happy if you just get in contact with you in any traditional way, just give us a phone call or like. But we have developed a completely new website, which is really a one-stop shop for you, where you can find lots of material. You can find application scenarios, you can find how-to videos, you can download documents, and hopefully you can get a lot of inspiration looking what other ones have done and what this could do to your business.
Yes, and speaking of that, together with our new website, we have also developed an online application builder for our two new cobots. So what this means is that the user can configure their application as they like. They can choose from the different cobots. They can select what kind of layout and mounting it has. They can choose what kind of tooling and gripper, in-feed, out-feed, etc. So after the user configures their application, they can see the simulation of their application in a video, and they can download this simulation video and also other useful documents so to help them get started. And we also have a special feature, which is that the user can see their application visualized in augmented reality.
Yes. Let's say that I just created my cell with the application builder. I download it to the augmented reality app, and what I can do then is to visualize it in the real environment, where, for example, actually the cobot will operate in the production spot where it will be installed. Let me show it on the iPad. So here's our cell, machine tending one in the example. And now I can check the interaction with the surrounding environment. I can check if there are any obstacles on site, if the space that I wanted around the robot is there. I can check if the cycle time is synchronized with cycle times of other operations, and so on and so forth. And if I need to change something, I will just reconfigure my cell. So very simple and pretty helpful.
Yeah, and to our website, to really make it a true one-stop shop, we have also connected a web shop. So in this web shop, you can go in and look at the robots again and get more information about them. But here you can also ask for a quotation, and you will find some really attractive pricing here.
So I'm sold. I'm going to buy myself a cobot. But what kind of services, Andrea, do I get once I'm on board?
We created many services to support our cobot customer. Let me give you some example. When you get your cobot, you will also get our remote condition monitoring and diagnostic tool. You get access to our hotline phone support for application and for programming. And you will get access to lots of online tutorials, step-by-step guides, supporting material that we created for the user to really do what they want to do with their cobot at any stage, anytime.
What kind of tutorials are we talking about here, Andy? What do they cover?
Yes, so our tutorials cover from unboxing to setting up to the different ways you can move the robot, from jogging to lead through moving the robot to creating your first Cobot program. So they're intended for anyone, including first-time users who's never touched a robot before, to be able to set up and start working with your Cobot right away. And our users can find them online via our website.
Thank you all very much indeed. Now we're going to head over to Italy to see another demo of the Gofa with the help of Leonardo Liani, Local Division Manager, Robotics ABB Italy, and Oscar Ferratu, Collaborative Robots Products Manager at Robotics Division ABB Italy.
Good morning and good afternoon from Italy. We are here in the Milan area in one of the ABB Group plants for the production of electrical components, and we have just completed one installation with the new Cobot CRB 15000 for the assembly of this component for home automation. And we have been really impressed by the simplicity of everything, of the whole experience. It has been really easy to unpack it, to install it, easy to program and easy to run. And as Leonardo da Vinci used to say, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And this robot is really concentrated of technology. Now Oscar will give us some more detail about the application.
We set up the complete machine in a couple of hours. We placed the robot in front of the machine and set up the interface. Using a pedestal with wheels, it was very easy to place it there. We 3D printed the fingers in order to grip the items. Then we define the collaborative workspace for safety reasons directly on the flex pendant. And finally, we use the wizard in order to program the robot by drag and drop the code and the blocks. And finally, we teach, using the lead through, we teach the position of the robot. That's it. So we are here to support you.
Ciao a tutti.
Well, that's nearly it for today's Global Launch Show. But before we go, I'm sure many of our viewers are now on the brink of embracing automation. But for anyone out there who is still undecided, Andy, why do you believe cobots are undeniably the future for many businesses?
Because cobots are flexible automation and they can transform your business and bring it to the next level. So for anyone out there, whether you're a large company or a small one, you can embrace collaborative robotics and you can get started today.
And Marina, Andrea, what are the next steps?
Well, next step is please reach out to us. We are here for that. And don't worry, those robots are really simple to use. You don't need any kind of expertise.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to hear from you. So please get in contact with us as soon as possible. We are really thrilled to hear from all of you.
Thank you all very much indeed. That is really all the time we have for now here at ABB's headquarters in Zurich. A massive thank you to all our guests, Sami Attia, Andy Zhang, Marina Bill and Andrea Cassoni, and of course to all of you for watching online and for being part of this global launch. Don't forget, for further information, please go to ABB's new Cobot website at solutions.abb/cobots. In the meantime, I'll leave you with some of the highlights from today's big event. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future is cobots. Goodbye.